And we are working on the similar integration and should be available pretty soon. And at this moment, the integration between Secure Connect and the Webtela is almost same to the Webtela and Umbrella SIG integration. You can easily use Webtela configuration templates to build your backhauling connection from the Secure Connect to your data center or even the cloud. Now let's talk about the key features inside the Secure Connect. Well, as I mentioned, Secure Connect is a cloud-native and a feature-rich solution which provides many powerful and useful features for different scenarios. Here's a brief list about the key features. For example, for the secure remote access, it provides cloud VPN as a service, application access control, ZTNA, and so on. So in the secure access scenario, it provides all important secure features such as DNS security, secure web gateway, CASB, and clear firewall. And then lastly, Cisco SD-WAN integration can help Cisco SD-WAN customers easily extend their SD-WAN fabric to the Secure Connect and protect their office user to the internet. Let me pick some key features and give some details about all these features in the next couple slides. Cloud delivered VPN as a service. Although this is in motion for years, I think it's a pandemic pushed many organizations to take action. We all remember that when the pandemic started early of 2020, many organizations have to send their workforce back to the home and work from home. And at that moment, many IT administrators realized their data center don't have enough capacity to hold so many remote VPN users. Then they start to increase their VPN user capacity by ordering more firewalls, switches, and even bandwidths from the local ISPs. But the challenge also came in. The supply chain and the logistics were also shut down. No one knows how long the pandemic would last. So it's really hard to make a long-term plan for the scalability. And the Secure Connect actually offers VPN as a service, and it's cloud-based and cloud delivered. We leverage, Umbrella high-performance global data center network, which can, cover multiple regions. So no worries about scalability, multi-regional coverage, and even performance. We streamline the configuration and deployment so that IT administrators can easily provision and manage VPN service. We also provide add-on features to help administrators to monitor the users' activities. I also want to highlight our new secure client, which is our unified SASE agent. It handles all the traffic forwarding, traffic authentication, and user authentication without any added complexity or even infrastructures. We integrate more and more components into this agent, and so that there is only one agent needed for the whole Cisco SASE solution. And I also want to mention again, secure client entitlement is included in the secure client subscription, so no worries about additional license or fees or cost. So another key feature I want to talk about here is Meraki provides the out-of-box IDP service. It can be easily used for the Secure Connect VPN user provision and also management. This is very convenient for those customers who either don't have IDP solution or do not want to integrate the current IDP solutions. And of course, customer can choose to integrate their SAML IDP and authenticate VPN user based on the solution. Secure Connect provides the private application access control, and this feature is powered by the cloud firewall inside Umbrella. As we know, the traditional VPN is network-based. So as soon as the remote VPN user gain access to your corporate network after they log into the VPN, they can explore wherever they can go, right? To eliminate this kind of a risk, actually, Secure Connect VPN service is application and user-based. So we can define who can access what application in the cloud firewall rules. And also we can log all the application access, the activities from the VPN users for the audit purpose, for example. And zero trust network access is another important solution trend in our industry. So from the Cisco's perspective, ZTNA provides secure, identity-aware, and precision application access with or without traditional VPN solution. ZTNA should not be positioned as a replacement for the traditional VPN solution. It should be, complement to the traditional VPN solution in order to reduce VPN usage and provide VPN or VPN-less access to your private applications. So in the Secure Connect solution, we also support web-based, ZTNA feature. So for example, here, so we have a new contractor came in with their own device. They're a managed device, so it's hard to push the AnyConnect installation over there. But they still need to access the private application to conduct their job, right? And also, even for the remote employee with a managed device, we may still want to provide ZTNA solution to them in order to reduce their VPN usage and save the cost for buying and managing your VPN solution. In either case, ZTNA can expose your internal application to the public access. For security purpose, we give the remote employee on contractor least privileged access to certain applications that are supposed to access. And of course, user identity-based authentication and point poster-based authorization are supported too. And again, users' activity are logged for troubleshooting and auditing purpose. Secure Web Gateway is another key feature inside Secure Connect, and is powered by the umbrella. It provides multiple cloud security features to protect end users. So once your web traffic is steered to the Secure Connect, Secure Web Gateway can provide a URL level filtering and reporting. This not only helps to protect the users, but also help with the monitoring user and for the investigation purpose, for example. And don't forget application visibility and control, which give you the ability to see what applications are being used and how much is being used in your organization. It helps provide the risk profiles and also the ability to block application categories or even specific applications. You can even control what action can be done inside certain applications. Secure Web Gateway provides malware scanning and also additional sandboxing capabilities as well. Cloud Firewall is not a key component inside Secure Connection. It protects user session to the internet and it blocks connection requests from the internet. It can control user session based on the IP, port, protocol, and even layer 7 application visibility and control. So meanwhile, Cloud Firewall also provides the signature-based IPS. It is based on the SNOR3 technology, use signature-based detection to examine network traffic flows and prevent vulnerability exploits. And using Secure Connect single unified dashboard, customer can create firewall policies that inspect outbound traffic flows and take automatic action to catch and drop dangerous packets before they can reach their targets. Meraki has a great integration with the Secure Connect. First, Secure Connect management portal is integrated into the Meraki dashboard. So customer can manage both Secure Connect and also Meraki infrastructure, including the Meraki SD-WAN from single dashboard. And the second, Secure Connect can be integrated into the Meraki SD-WAN by leveraging Auto VPN solution. So that Secure Connect plays a role as the cloud hub site from the Meraki SD-WAN's perspective. This brings benefits including ease for the backhauling connection and management. This also concludes my presentation. I'm happy to hand over our webinar to Rama for greater demos. Rama, the floor is yours.
Sure. Thank you so much, Kevin, for this great demo. And please let me know if you are able to see my screen. Able to see it?
Yes.
Yep, I can see it.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So what we're going to do next is I know you've heard great information that Kevin mentioned, but now what we want to do is to go over a demo and show you what the solution offer in real life. All right. So with that, so the first thing that you are going to see when you log into the Secure Connect dashboard is the overview page, right? If I hover over the Secure Connect tab, you will see the monitoring tab, the configure tab, as well as the policy tab. And what I really like about this page is the visibility that you get up front as soon as you land into this page. You can have information such as the total number of requests, how many were allowed, blocked, and proxy. But you also have the umbrella tile, which provides policy information such as what type of DNS policies, web policies, as well as the data loss prevention policy. You can also have users information like how many remote users are connected and their location. And we also have connectivity information such as how many network tunnels are configured, as well as the number of sites with their respective location. And last but not least, right, the dashboard also lists the available applications. So essentially, we are consolidating different UI touchpoints to facilitate management while providing great visibility to network admin. So once you receive your Secure Connect license, the first thing that you may want to do is to onboard your site. And we make it very easy for network admin to do so. So what we're going to do is navigate to sites. And because we are using a brownfield environment, you will notice that we already have some sites configured here. So the green bar indicates that the tunnel are healthy. So everything is good. And it does provide some information in regards to how long the tunnel has been up as well. And also you will notice the red mark on the second one. And this is just to show that the tunnel is down due to probably some offline devices. And if you click on the site MAC address, you will see on the left side that you have some details around the specific device model, as well as also the local network, which is announced to Secure Connect. But also you have visibility into the cloud apps, which shows the site-to-site priorities. So the site from where the connection is being established. So you can see the primary cloud hubs as well as the secondary cloud hub from where the connection is being established. And the way you add a cloud hub is very easy by going to click, you will click on the Manage Cloud Hub. And here you will see that the Cloud Hub aggregate multiple Meraki network together. So here is how you can easily add a Cloud Hub by simply clicking on Add. And as soon as you add this Cloud Hub, you can now attach it to specific network or region as shown here already that have been created, but we can also show you where this can present. And then now if you save the change, you have successfully deployed your site and this becomes part of your SASE fabric. But also in terms of like the branch and the Meraki network, if we navigate under Meraki network, and you click on Meraki network, this is where you will be able to tie in your specific branch location or network to a specific hub location that you've already created. So you can choose, which cloud hub do you want to be primary or secondary as soon as you created your branch. So here, for instance, we have like those two locations, Los Angeles and Palo Alto. So those are the cloud hubs that were created from the previous step. And so now that you've created your hubs and associated with your branch location, we can now proceed to the remote access setup for your users. And for that, we're going to navigate to the Secure Connect and go to remote access setup. This is the place, right, where you will start your configuration to enable remote access for your different users. And as you can see, I mentioned before, we're using a brownfield environment. So we see some green check marks, meaning that we have already pre-configured some settings. But I can quickly show you the steps to go through to enable remote access service. And for that, we're going to click on Edit Configuration. And once I click on that, what it will do on the back end is it will automatically cross-launch to the Umbrella dashboard without me having to enter my Umbrella credential. But also notice that it put me right into the spot on the Umbrella dashboard where you can set up your remote services. And as you can see, we already have a couple of instances set up already in both North America as well as in Europe. Those are the two geographic locations that we currently support, as Kevin mentioned. But also, this page also gives me an overview of connected user with specific information such as the public and private IP address, as well as the client OS that they are using. So, and if we click on the back button and we click on settings, this page, right, provide the different steps to configure to bring up your remote access service. So first of all, we have the private network configuration, which is basically the DNS server and the default domain. So when users connect to the network, what DNS servers they should get. Then under traffic sharing, you have the ability to enable split tunnel if you like to prioritize your user traffic. Let's say you only want critical traffic to go through the tunnel, and basic internet traffic does not necessarily need to go through the tunnel. This is the place where you'll be able to do so. And next, we have the client config, which provides a lot of automatic connect on start ability. So when users start their machines, the secure client module automatically start as well. And the next piece is the assign user group, where you can be selective on who should have access to your VPN connection. And the last piece is the endpoint posture, which check. So this is where you can push certificates and do some minor posture check, like what kind of operating system you would like to allow or not. And we'll go over this part in more detail in a second also. So these are the steps to enable remote access. And now you can go back to the Secure Connect dashboard simply by clicking on this icon, and it will bring you back to the dashboard. So once that you have completed the remote access onboarding, right, you can see all of your users by navigating to Secure Connect and going on users. So there you will have visibility on all of your remote users. You can see the list of users that are currently on or offline, their names, email address, as well as the group they belong to. So using the identity provider. Another important tab that I would like to show off also is the endpoint posture profile. So if we navigate to the Secure Connect dashboard and click on endpoint posture profile, the posture profile gives you the ability to define the posture whenever a user wants to have access to a private application. So if we click on add profile, we can specify the name, and we need to choose also the operating system we want user to use. Example, like let's say if you only want user to use Windows or Mac OS, you can specify that there, but also the browser, right? You can specify which browser you want, whether it's Chrome or Firefox. And also geolocation, right? Which location I would like to allow to have access to the applications. So these metrics provide the requirements that your endpoint users need to meet to have access to an application that you have set up. The other thing that I would like to show is how easy it is to configure private applications as well. And for that, if we go back to the Secure Connect tab and go on private applications, because we are using a brownfield environment, so you will see that there are already several applications that have been created. But let's say if you have a new application that is sitting on AWS that you want to add, you will click here on add the application. And on this page, right, I can enter information such as the application's name. One thing that you will notice is that there are two types of ways that you can define access to an application. The first one is the network-based access, and the second one is the browser-based access. So the network-based access is for users that are connected via VPN, right? You will need to enter the IP address where the application is reachable to, and also precise the protocol and port range. And the second one, right, which is also the browser-based access, right? That's more for non-VPN. So for users that are not connected on the VPN. So this is more like the clientless access to these applications. And for those users, right, we also use an auto-generated URL to connect to applications. And that's the external URL that will be auto-generated so they can use that to have access to applications. All right, so the next part of this demo, right, I would like to focus on the user experience itself. And the first use case that we're going to take a look at is the VPN as a service. So for that, let's take an example of remote users which can be sitting at home or at Starbucks and who's trying to enable VPN access. From an admin perspective, provisioning VPN as a service in Secure Connect is very easy and consists of 3 steps. The first one is provisioning remote access service. Second one, connecting your application to the Secure Connect fabric by building up tunnels from your cloud or data center to the Secure Connect infrastructure. And lastly, provisioning VPN users. So if we go back to the Secure Connect tab and select remote access setup, on this page, right, you will be able to follow the workflow that I described earlier, right, by going on the edit configuration to set up the entire services. So that's where you will do that, where it will cross launch to the umbrella. And there, as you can see, we already have provisioned 8 VPN service location. And for each location, there is an FQDN assigned, very important, so that remote user can use this FQDN to access VPN service. So once you have that, so the second thing that needs to be done, it's what? It's to create the tunnel between users' data center and also the cloud infrastructure. And in this demo, we've already have tunnel configured. They are up and running. And lastly, what we want to do is to provision the VPN users. And this can be done through 2 approaches, including the SAML integrations, but also the Meraki Cloud Hub. So now what we're going to do, let's take a look at the user laptops who want to connect to the VPN, right? So the user has the SASE agents on his laptop already running. And here the SASE agent is the Cisco secure clients to connect to the VPN service. So the user will use the FQDN assigned by the IT admin to get VPN service. And once the user click on connect, it will be prompt to enter his credential using an MFA authentication that can be Duo or any third-party MFA. And once that's done, you will see that the user will be able to connect. So if you click on accept, voila, the user has connection to VPN. The second use case that we are going to cover is establish connection to private application, right? Protected application. So now that the remote users has access to corporate network through VPN connection, how can we control VPN users' activities and ensure that users access applications they are allowed to access? This can be controlled by the cloud deliver firewall inside Secure Connect. And for that, if we go to the Secure Connect tab, we can create access policies for VPN users. And by clicking on that, it will again cross launch to the umbrella and it will put us right at the firewall place, policy configurations. And as you can see, we've already created some access policy rule deploy. And in this example, we use a remote user named Bill, who is from a finance user group. Therefore, Bill can access a private application called Finance Portal. However, because Bill is not a doctor, is not allowed to access some applications such as medical applications, which only doctors user group can access. But how do you define a private application? It's very easy to do so. So if we go to the policy component section and click on private application, you can define an applications there, a private application there by configuring certain attributes such as, the IP address, the port and protocol, and so on. Now let's demonstrate, the policy rules are enforced in action. So here we can see that if bills enter the IP, it will have access to the financial portal. But if we enter the IP for the medical applications, you will notice that Bill will not have access to it. Also, it's very easy to track users' activities, right? If we go under reporting section and select activity search, you can search bill by name. So if I go to the search bar and I enter bill's name, so I can have his information and I can search the different activities that bills has done. But let's say if I want to filter it to block, I can go there and select block, and you will see all the block page that bills received. In a second. All right, those shows all the block page. Also, Cisco Secure Connect protect users' access to internet, right? Even though they are not connected on the corporate VPN by leveraging the roaming clients. Secure Connect provide many cloud security features like Kevin mentioned, such as DNS security, web security, cloud access security broker or CASB, and also DLP. So here, we take an example of the same user, but now is not connected on the VPN. But, you will see that the user traffic can still be protected by DNS and web security. So the user will try to go to a gambling site, and as you can see, it will be blocked. Or let's say if he goes to match.com, which is something that's blocked also, the user will not be able to have access to. We also can control what type of files that can be downloaded to the local disk. So in this page, we'll block every zip file from the internet. So if the user is trying to download a zip file from the internet, he will not be able to do so. So if you try to download, you will receive the block notification from Umbrella. All right, so the third use case is the zero trust network access for users that are not connected on the VPN, but can still have access to private applications. This is a great example for, let's say, if you have like a contractor, right, that you would like to give him access to certain applications, right? So they probably have like an unmanaged device, but they still need a private application in order to do the work. So we can also give them that authorization. And for that, so they will just use a URL that the IT admin has already protected and giving that to the user. So in this case, it's the financial portal. So the user will enter his credential, and as you can see, he has access to it. One thing that also we have configured there. So in this example, we have set up a posture policy profile where user can have access to that finance application using Google Chrome. But if the user is trying to use another browser, he will not be able to have access to that finance portal that he just has access to. So those are features that you can also define as a posture profile. So in this example, you saw that he had access to the finance portal using Google Chrome, but now he's going to try to use a different browser, which is Microsoft Edge, and you will see that he won't be able to have access to it. So using Microsoft Edge, he will go to the same financial portal, verify his identities by entering his credential, and you will see that he will not be able to have access to the application. All right, so as you can see, right, your Edge browser is not supported. So with that, we're gonna move on to the offering. So that concludes the demo. Now let's go to the available offering that Secure Connect has to provide. So we currently have two different packages. The first one is Secure Connect Essential, which is going to include some security functionalities such as secure remote worker connectivities, SAML authentications, limited posture-based access control, and also reporting. And it also has secure internet gateway as well as DNS security and connectivity regardless of users' locations. And the second package is the Secure Connect Advantage, which is everything included in Secure Connect Essential plus more. And the next slide provides more detail on that. So as I mentioned, you have everything included in the Secure Connect Essential, in the Secure Connect Advantage, but you have more advanced security such as the Layer 7 Cloud Deliver Firewall, the data loss preventions, inline for outbound web application, as well as the cloud malware detections. We believe that it's always good to have direct feedback from our customer to show, the benefit of our solution. So here, we are going to cover a customer success story. So here we have George Sink, which is a law firm that has been operating over 40 years to help thousands of injured and disabled people. So the challenge that this law firm were experiencing was related to security. They wanted to migrate the VPN service from on-premise to a virtual endpoint in the cloud. And they were struggling to provide remote connectivity to their employees in a clean way to access applications from anywhere. And also the law firm wanted to migrate to the cloud in a more automatic fashion without the complexity of manual configurations. Using our Secure Connect solution deployed in a timely manner, we were able to help the customer overcome those challenges, and we provide great benefits to their business as well. So we significantly help improve their security posture while providing secure remote connectivities and continuous visibility to various types of threats on the internet. So as a result, right, the firm noticed an increase in employee productivities where they were able to have secure access to applications across their multiple sites location, regardless of where they were physically located. All right, so just to summarize, right, some of the Cisco advantages and differentiators across the industry is that our Secure Connect solution is easy to consume. It only requires a single subscription service for cloud security and remote access capabilities, which is going to simplify billing with consumptions, visibility, and also it contains a lot of analytics. And our solution is fast to deploy and simple to manage. It's a turnkey solution for secure remote access, enabling for future SASE technologies, use cases as well. And it also does provide unified interface for network and security policies. Another advantage that you customer also gets with our solution is uncompromised user experience, right? We've optimized access to applications regardless of location and added unprecedented security without adding latencies. And last but not least, right, we like to say that customer will also gain the best security protection, which is backed up by Cisco Talos, our threat intelligence group. All right, with that, this concludes our demo, and I'm pretty sure that Kevin, you may have some questions for me. So let me pause here.
Sure, thank you, Rama. Really
No
great
problem.
demonstrations, and I hope everyone can enjoy this presentation and demos. And we do have some, questions from the audience, and we want to address them live.
Okay.
So the first question to Rama is, do we have to be Meraki customer in order to use Secure Connect?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it does come a lot, right? We do support non-Meraki or third-party vendor tunnels deployment, but keep in mind that here we will not have an API integration to automatically deploy tunnel. The tunnel setup will be manually configured for private access into third-party device. So you will need to create manual tunnel and provide a subnet that is reachable to the tunnel. And and what it will do on the back end, as soon as you provide that, it will add like a static route in the umbrella data center. And when traffic from the source comes in for that destination, it will be pushed down to the private access tunnel to have access to it. So we do provide non-Meraki. And I think I saw a question there also with someone asking if we support Viptela. Yes, we do.
Yep. Good answer. I really appreciate the clarification. The second one is, am I entitled to use the Secure X if I'm actually using the Secure Connect?
So yes, Secure Connect is a Cisco, right? Is a Cisco secure solution. So it does support Secure X. So it comes by default with Umbrella. So if you have that, if you want to tell that, you can use Secure X.
Good, thank you. So the third question is the new secure client included as a part of the Secure Connect?
Yeah, great question as well. This also comes a lot. And the answer is yes, right? The secure client module, which was previously called AnyConnect, it is included on our solution. So once you get the Secure Connect, you do have a secure client entitlement on the cost of the Secure Connect platform as well. But now, there was some confusion that has a new name, Secure Connect, which still means any connect. You do have entitlement for that.
Absolutely. Thank you. So the last question is how many VPN users can be supported with the Secure Connect now?
Great question as well. So as of now, we can support 5,000 users that can be auto approved in the Cisco Commerce Workforce, so the CCW. 5,000 user is auto approved. But if you have a customer, with more concurrent total users, right? I can take the example. Let's say you have a customer with 10,000 users, right? We must engage the Secure Connect team and the PM who can evaluate, right, other factor to determine if this can be a good fit for the customer or not. So though 5,000 is automatic, for more customer, we just need to involve the Secure Connect team and the PM, and they should be able to accommodate that. Some of the criteria that they will need to know are probably the geographics, right? And then the concurrent users, as well as the bandwidth need as well, and also the number of sites. So those are the information that they will need to gather.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much for the great answers. Appreciate that. And let's also conclude our webinar, and hope everyone in this webinar enjoy everything we present and the good demos, presentations, and hopefully you can learn a lot from this webinar. And if you have any questions, if you have any kind of technical solution architect request, just contact with your local Cisco contact, and feel free to ask any question regarding these new solutions. With that, I'm happy to close this webinar. Hope everyone enjoyed this one, and thanks so much. Have a good one.
Yeah, and also this will be recorded. So this is recorded. So for people who want to have access to the recording for more information, we can provide that as well.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
No, thank you.